All right, let's get started. Just give me a couple of seconds. I'm just making sure my audio seems to be coming through. Yeah, it does look like it's coming through. All right, cool. Welcome everyone. Great news, Podman's up and running. Yay! So, what we need to do is document it, and there's a couple of things that I want to do. You can hear me? Awesome. Thank you very much, Aiden. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. All right, there's a couple of things I want to do before I jump into... Oh, I just realized I have not set up my chats on here. Sorry about that. Let me get that ready for you guys. Let's duplicate that. Socks, will you stop banging the microphone? She's like, nah, I bang it. All right, sorry. I usually spend a minute just doing this. I'll just bring that over there. Bring that over there. You finished uni, kinda? Just waiting for work to get marked. Oh, nice. Nice. What did you do to celebrate? Hopefully you had a nice evening. Oops. I actually don't want to go into NearBeach. I actually want to go into the NearBeach Podman test. And the reason being is I want to go Docker Compose up. I want to see if we can, from the Podman container, get this up and running. Now, I did try using this today, but the audio wasn't coming through correctly, and I don't know if it's something with my Bluetooth on my computer going haywire a little bit, or if it's something else. Anyway, let's see. Localhost done. Perfect. All right, cool. That's just one little tiny check I just wanted to do. If we actually go into the vim of the Docker Compose file, you see the only difference is I've included the docker.io. For all of these. So what we could potentially do is on nearbeach.org, we've got a page on here where we've got self-hosting. We could key it into here, edit this documentation. So yeah, the only difference here is that, now one thing I do want to actually test out is what if I move it from Docker Compose to Podman compose.yaml. I don't expect much. Fair enough. Waiting for your math exam. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, well, hopefully you get good... sorry, let me rephrase what I was going to say because I tripped over my own thoughts. Hopefully you get good grades. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool if you did. All right. Sweet. Now, I need to open up Podman desktop, which is actually not properly installed. Instead, I've got it under downloads. And I got it like this. Hoping for, scraping for a pass. Oh, well, hopefully you do have scraped it. Oh, I know that feeling sometimes. Oh, well, I did a long time ago. My last semester was like that. So, and I did get past. I was like, yeah. All right, cool. Socks, I need to put my hot tea there. Thank you. All right, so the binary questions were easy, just time consuming to do. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I remember some of the questions and so forth like that, especially around optimization. There was also numerical solutions of DEs, and what was it? There's not optimization and control. I've absolutely forgotten what the subject was called, but essentially doing stuff John Nash did. So for those that don't know, beautiful mind, John Nash did quite a lot in economics and so forth like that. So yeah, but then again, it's been well over 15 years. So yeah, I do miss maths. So yeah. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to edit this page. And we're going to upgrade what we've got there. We're also going to finish writing a blog today because I could do stuff tomorrow, but I feel like this particular blog will be done. Like, yeah. So there's two things I want to do. Let's have a look at the self-hosting. Docker or Podman. All right, cool. So we're currently happy with that. Monthly upgrades. And then we've got this. So we've got docker.io and then / that. And then we've got docker.io / robotic head. And we'll be happy with that so far. So what we're going to do is, we need to have, that's the instruction list. Oh, I think that might be, that might be in the template and not edited. Socks cube. Yeah, it's in your bed, sweetie. It's okay. Don't stress out. You can't wait to get rid of maths. This should be the last maths exam I do in my life. I say optimistically, me and maths don't get on well. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Maths and me get on very well. In fact, you guys can't, I don't have the whiteboard behind me, but I've got a whiteboard right there on, so this is going back to, God, I would have been 19 or 20. So this particular whiteboard here, I essentially bought when I was in my early 20s, before I moved out of home, because I was just running through notepads like there was no tomorrow, and I was like to my parents, these notepads are costing $10. Like, to get the amount I was going through was that much that it was costing me $10 per semester. I was like, listen, can I just get a whiteboard? And they were like, all right, cool. So we ended up getting a whiteboard, and I've had it since then. So yeah, well over 15 years old this whiteboard is. I have a scratch along it, or a couple of scratches along it, because as I was writing notes one day, I had my notes in my hand, which had a staple, and I accidentally scratched some of the the whiteboard paint off. I forget what it's called. Who cares? So yeah, and my other one, which usually hangs behind me, which is currently in the living room with some game stuff on it. So we're playing a game where we needed to decode something. So I brought the whiteboard out there and we decoded it. We've been the partner and I. Yeah, that one I found in hard rubbish and I took home, and all it needed was a good clean. So yeah. All right, so what we need to do is we need to edit this. The following documentation is a guide on. All right, cool. We can't access this from here. We need to go to the template, but we can do that very quickly. Please copy and paste the code into. All right, please fill out the appropriate following details. All right, cool. Socks, no. Don't chew my headset. Have you been chewing my headset today? All right, please fill out the appropriate details for the following fields. Please note that the following fields require the same value. All right, cool. Set up the, all right. I think none of this really changes. Azure Blob Storage, use Azure Blob Storage to upload files to NearBeach. If you don't require Azure Blob Storage, please delete these two lines. Yep, save the file under appropriate location called Docker Compose YAML. Now this is number 6 that we're changing. Alternatively, if you are using Podman, please save the file as podmancompose.yaml. Now, in reality, it doesn't matter if it's still Docker or Compose or something like that. We just want to remove that bit of confusion. My cats love my wires under my desk. Yeah, socks. Yeah, that's the first time she's actually gone for those headsets. So, yeah, I don't know. She's usually very, very good. And Petite Amber, when I had her a long time ago, before, like, this is... I think I got her... yeah, I got her back in 2016 when she was, like, 9, almost turning 10. When I took her home, she ended up biting my laptop cord, and it would have definitely given her a zap because A, I couldn't charge my laptop anymore, and B, she was afraid of it from that point on. So I'm like, oh god, like Christ, she's still alive. Luckily, she bit the part that goes into the laptop, so very low voltage, very low ampage. So yeah. Using a terminal, a change directory, run the following command, docker compose up D. All right. Running docker /podman compose using alternatively, if you are using podman, run the following command, podman compose up. And I think the D works. Not sure. Let's actually check that. No, it does not work. So what we're going to do for that one is we're just going to remove it like that. I'm just wondering if there is a detached version. Yeah, Podman. Yep. Ah, can't type. Can't type at all. It makes me want to buy a monitor with a USB hub at the back of it to avoid cables under my desk. Yeah, fair enough. That would work. Yes, that would definitely work. And it might, depending how, yeah, depending how you need those cables and stuff like that, might actually make you some money back, as in, like, if the cat constantly bites them and you're replacing cables and stuff like that, would be worth it. Alright, so help detached. So it's a little T. A little D. Alright, cool. So what we want to do is we want to do the same commands there like that. Now, that should be the only change here. So if we go save and publish, hit refresh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, all right, cool. That works a wonder. Now, the next thing is I've got to edit this. So we need to go to our settings. We need to go to our templates. We've got self-hosting, and that should be... All right, it's not there. It means it must be a part of the content, and I've just missed it. Background... Maybe not. Might be part of the partial. In which case I can't access it from here. In which case I'm going to put this as a bug. So new issue. Update alert text on self-hosting page. The above alert text should also talk about Podman, as we are now supporting it. cool. So this will be a normal priority. This is actually not for the NearBeach application. This is for the marketing site. So this is, yeah, a bug we'll put as submitted. Sign it to me. There's no subsystem for this or any other information there. We're just going to create it. Cool. And yes, let's jump straight back into here. So if we hit refresh, we should be able to see, yeah, the Docker IO stuff in here, the Docker IO. Don't know why it's all saying that is spelling mistake when this should be no spelling mistakes. A lot of this is all correct. Alternatively, if you're using the Podman, please use Podman Compose YAML. Yeah, I'm just going to take a screenshot. I'm going to put in another bug. What I'm going to state is any code on self-hosting page should have different font. All right, cool. It is hard for the user to find the relevant commands at a simple glance. To fix this, we will just need to implement a different font, i.e. bold, etc. Just as an example, marketing site, normal, yep, cool. And we get rid of that one. All right, so I'm happy with that. So we've just done that. Now, the other thing is we're going to write a little blog today. We're going to be talking about what's going to happen next month. I'm going to save and preview this. So it's up here. So we've just written down what we wanted to do. And we're kind of splitting up stuff and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, this month is mostly about features. We will probably get a couple of bugs fixed. We'll probably definitely be doing a full site test. If there is any critical bugs, we will be fixing those right away. So yeah, considering we've just done a release for the Gantt chart and so forth like that, we'll definitely be shaking the hell out of the Gantt chart. We'll also be re-implementing permissions around the Gantt chart. Oh, well, not re-implementing permissions, sorry, implementing the correct permissions around the Gantt chart functionality too. Because it's a minimal viable product at the moment, doesn't have permissions associated to it. We need to flesh this out properly before going ahead and being like, all right, cool, we need to do this. So yeah, whether those... Most likely those permissions will still be the decorators. Okay, cool. So development blog. So the proof of concept Gantt charts were, all right, let's actually, Gantt charts have now been implemented into NearBeach at the sprints level. We are looking forward to, and thank you very much for the follow. Sorry, I am terrible at new names. There's no vowels in there whatsoever. If it's an acronym, I am famously terrible at acronyms. Like, someone's come in and been like, oh yeah, I've been playing around with this LLM, and I'm like, what the hell's an LLM? I know what it is now because it comes up heaps. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for the follow. SW, I think that's probably how I'm going to say your name. And I do hope you enjoy my content. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you going? Hopefully you were going well tonight. So yeah, tonight we're mostly just writing up blogs and discussing what I want to do for May. So yeah, I feel like I pumped out the proof of concept for the Gantt chart really quickly. I was expecting that to take a month and a half to 2 months instead of the month. So I'm going to be implementing some new sort of fixes and so forth like that. So yeah, you're all right? Oh, that's great to hear. All right. I also had today off. However, I didn't start early. I was playing Disco Elysium, and I got really far into it, and then it crashed. And it had been an hour since my last save, and I was like, well, that's it. I'm going to stream. Gantt charts have now been implemented into NearBeach at the sprints level. We are looking forward to the new features. New features we will develop in May. All right, cool. And I'm going to put the year. 622437. Oops. Oh, did you type that somewhere? Oops. All right. Was I not meant to say that out loud? Ooh, I better disappear my mod icons. All right. Cool. This is a working document. We are currently keeping this updated during the month of May 2024. Any cross-out items have been completed. Sweet. Working document for the month. All right, cool. That's perfectly fine. The count of bugs, that's just basic widget. No worries, it's expired. All right. Whew. Is it like Hunter 2? All right, so we want to talk around. All right, so there's some new features. What I'll actually do is I'll bring up NearBeach, the production. So for those who are not familiar with it, I should. All right, cool. So this is a very old ticket. What I wanted to do, and I have been wanting to do for quite a while, is essentially add in a planner. So a lot of the times when I'm at work, I'll have my calendar open and I'll schedule things ahead of time. Being like, all right, cool, I've got a deployment on this day. It's going to take 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to put in 3 hours. I need to get this bit of work done in the morning. I'll schedule that time out and so forth like that. And the reason why I do that is A, it blocks out my calendar so no one can book any random meetings in there, and B, it reminds me what to do and how long I've got on each task. So I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I kind of want to implement this into NearBeach natively. So the idea being is, and this is where this actually pops up. So what I want to do is essentially create a little planner. So it'll show you the next 7 days, and that's it. Where the weekends are grayed out. Now, the reason why I'm still keeping in the weekends is some people might work those days and they might have other days off. I have not set up the ability to sort of enter in your work times and dates into NearBeach yet. So the idea being is it'll keep those open. You'll still be able to use them. They'll just be grayed out to be like, hey, this is Saturday, Sunday. Very much like what any other calendar does. So if we actually go into calendar, let's look at our Outlook calendar. Come here, socks. Oh, no, they don't do that. Oh, why was I thinking they do that? Okay, I don't know why I was thinking they do that. Oh no, yeah, they kind of do. I love blocking out my calendar. I've done it this during the week off so I can optimize time so I don't feel really lazy. Yeah. They kind of do, yeah. I don't know if the color change is coming through to you guys, but there's a slightly off-white there compared to this white over here. So, yeah. All right, so going back to this, yeah, the idea is it'll be like this. And then on your dashboard, what will actually happen is on that particular day, it'll pull out just the tasks for that day and be like, hey, can you focus on these? You'll be able to tick it to say you've done it. It'll be a simple tick box on it, like a very simple to-do list. And if you click on the link to it, it'll take you straight to that particular thing. And yeah. The best thing is I'm making it so that way you can jump into here. You'll be like, all right, I don't have enough time for this particular task. You can drag and drop it to another place and so forth like that. So that's one thing we want to plan out. 319 implementation of schedule. Now this is a new one. So I was talking to my friend yesterday. So we were going cycling and stuff like that. And he's having a good rant about policies and procedures and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, we need a task scheduling system. And I was like, that is something I can implement in NearBeach. Now, he's not using NearBeach, sadly. So, sadly not. But, sorry, that is something that can be implemented in NearBeach. Now, I've just got to figure out the bits and bobs around it. But there's something else. It kind of lines up with something else at the same time, too. So I don't have my drawing tool open. Let's open an Xkelly drawer. Let's reset the canvas and let's type in templates. Sorry. So one of the early sort of concepts around RFCs is we wanted to be able to create a template in the system. And the idea being is you're like, all right, sweet, we've got a template. What we need to actually do is we need to set up just like the basic sort of scheduled sort of RFC. So for example, you might do weekly updates of let's say WordPress updates for a particular site. Now this can be done inside inside WordPress. Usually it has a normal to low risk, and that depends on the size of the site and all that kind of stuff. What do I mean by task scheduling? I'll get to that in a minute. The idea being is that with these RFCs, you'll set up a template and then you'll create the RFC from template. All you need to do is state when the start date is. And it'll recreate those RFCs from the template. Now, I can extend that functionality into tasks and projects. So what we could potentially do is create simple templates for tasks and projects. And then what you could potentially do is, let's say one of these tasks is to, I'm trying to think of a, let's say, let's just use upgrade WordPress as another example. Let's say that another company doesn't want to use RFCs, they just want these as scheduled sort of tasks. Let's say you create a template for upgrade WordPress as a task. You'll have all the information that's in there, and then what we could potentially do is add in a scheduler that could create these tasks from the templates. Every, let's say, day, every week, on a day, monthly, and so forth like that. Yeah, I'll just leave my WordPress auto update. Sometimes you got to be very, very careful. Sometimes when it auto updates, it actually breaks a plugin or two. So yeah. By template, do you mean a custom placeholder, or do you want to actually allow templating in it? Yeah, I just mean templates. Yeah, just a simple sort of template. I haven't designed this at all, so this is entry level sort of thoughts at the moment. You just go on it. Fair enough. Yeah, I've brought down a few WordPress websites. Yeah, but luckily we got to the point where we could easily do a cartwheel back very quickly. And the customer never knew it went down. Actually, by technicality, it never went down because the cache always saved us. So, yeah. I think custom placeholders very useful to enforce common info. What do you mean by custom placeholders? Sorry, could you just elaborate on that? And I do daily backups. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, the templates would have pretty much the same sort of data that would be reoccurring. So it'll have, for example, the title, the description, who's assigned to it, etc. Double cache got killed, didn't it? I don't know. I've never used it, so I didn't know if it existed. The cache we were using was can't remember off the top of my head. Fastest cache, I think. Yeah, fastest cache. We were using fastest cache. So this saved us a couple of times. So we would deploy, and then we would jump on the admin page or something like that. And if that broke, we quickly reverted. Like when you create an RFC task, blah, it will have in a text box common info. Oh yes, yep. Like a definition or read and def or done. Yeah, so definitely. So if we, for example, am I running my local host? Yes, I am. Admin for this website. I am running it as Podman Desktop. So give me 2 seconds. Because that's got the wrong database. Let's just run it from here. npm run prod because I don't have the... Yes, well, today you'll be happy because I don't know if you saw when you do this very, very quickly. View publish version, self-hosting. We're now going to be supporting Podman, 100%. We've updated this example to be like the only change I need to do. This is 2 lines of change. I just need to put docker.io / in between these, and it just worked. And I'm like, you know what? 100% supporting it. So yeah, we will be updating our we'll be updating our documents today. I just want to talk about this first. That will happen a little later. So yeah. Anyway, getting back into this, let's reload for, let's... Alright, so the idea being, if it's a task, project, or a request for change, it'll still have these required fields in there. Start date, end date, it'll still have those, but what I'll do is I will do a delta. So it'll assume that the start date was correct at that particular date. However, when it gets deployed, it'll update that start date to a certain time and so forth like that. Or, yeah, I'll figure out the start date, end date, and then the group list will be the same. And then what I could do is I could extend it even further. Let's go into a project. I could extend it further and also add in any users that are connected to it and so forth like that. Documentation we shouldn't need. I use the QPay subcommand instead of compose if it's an easy change for you, if you make sense. The QPay subcommand? I don't know that one, sorry. To use compose. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just haven't used that command yet. So, nor do I know anything about it, so, yeah. All right, let's, anyway, I'm gonna look that up very quickly. Kate's manifests. All right. Yeah. Now, with the Kate's manifest, will it be similar to what we've got in the sense of the Docker compose and the podman compose file? All right. I think I've explained this enough. All right, so customers have a section that notifies the user which currently open objects the customer is connected to. So I should, give me 2 seconds. I'm just, all right, I don't need production open anymore. So for those wondering what I mean there, if we actually go to the list organization, let's open up the NearBeach one. We've got associated objects in here. So this shows you what objects are open for this particular organization. The idea being is it's a very quick and easy way to be like, all right, cool, we've got these particular tasks open for them. So if there's an account manager, they can go in here, but like, all right, sweet, look at all those tasks. We kind of want to do the same thing with the customer for the same reasons. But it's different. So for you, I think Podman Compose makes sense. Oh, yeah. Well, if needed, we can sort of document it and so forth like that, and I would be happy to support it. I just need to know how. So yeah, if you've got any documentation, that would be grateful. So yeah, cheers. Thank you very much, Nocturnal. Essentially, this would be a very quick and easy sort of task. The implementation of story points for job quotation, that's a re-implementation of it. We did have it at one particular point. We're going to start simple with a minimal viable product in the sense that a user could add or change story points for each object. So request for change, requirement items, not request for change, sorry. Requirement items, because they should be done at the requirement items level with a counter at the requirement level, projects and tasks. Hello, when will you update to Python 3.12 on our Docker stuff? Pretty soon. We should work on, it should work on 3.12. If it doesn't, feel free to place a bug report in our Discord and I'll have a quick look at it. Where's our Docker file? You know why? Because I'm in the wrong location. So for me to actually update that, it's as simple as updating that line there. So yeah, it will happen very shortly. In fact, when did Docker 12 come out? Because yeah, we're trying to support every single version of Python that is current. So everything from 3.8 to 3.13. So this came out, ooh, it's been about 6 months now. Yeah, I should switch this. All right, anyway, thank you very much for telling me. Mick, what I'm actually going to do, Docker, oh, which one is it? Is it Docker base? Yep. I'm gonna put this in as a bug so I don't forget it. All right, currently NearBeach's Python version is using Python 3.11. Python 3.12 has been out for 6 months. Time to upgrade. All right, so that's definitely submitted. That will be assigned to me. That will be, Docker. Do we have one? No, we don't have one for Docker, so we're just going to create one for Docker very, very quickly. We won't put a version on it just yet. In the title it said 3.11. I think you meant Python version. Oh, all right. Oh! Yes, it's my 311th. All right, cool. Anyway, thank you very much. But yeah, it is one thing I do have to upgrade anyway. So, yeah, this is the one problem with how I've got everything set up. A lot of this is set and forget, and then you forget to actually upgrade your Python versions when a new version comes out. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome, Mick. So, yeah, I do hope you are enjoying my content. We're doing mostly blog writing at the moment, but yeah. So yeah, the implementation of the story points, that will happen, but mostly as a minimal viable product at the moment, or POC. It will probably be more of a minimal viable product. And then later on, what we want to do is we want to implement the ability for users to quote how much they think a particular task is going to take in the story points. And then that way management can be like, all right, cool, everyone's saying about this much, I need to add this much weight to it, and so forth like that. For administrators, had the ability to the see all button. I think Nocturnal, this one's your one that you recommended. So the idea being is if we go into search, this little object, so if the admin is not actually assigned to any of those groups, this won't pull through any of those group detail objects or anything like that. And the idea being is an administrator can use the system for themselves. And what Nocturnal has stated is that what if we do need to search for it? And I'm like, all right, cool, done. So yeah, you just sent through the Kate's manifest for NearBeach. Okay, cheers, thank you. I will have a look at it after stream. So yeah, you suggest that? All right, sweet. All right. This Python 3.12 is really personal issue for me. Game OAD fails to build with Python 12. Oh no, because it embeds the old SpiderMonkey version. Upstream issue for 4 months not solved. Oh no, I hope you have no problems. Many batteries removed. Yeah, so that is a good point. So when I do actually go to 3.12, I will actually have to test it all out, like a full site test. So yeah. Oh damn. I've never played Zero AD. Been meaning to for years, just because when I was in high school, Age of Empires 2 was one of my favorite games. So yeah. One day I'll sit down and play it. All right, so now that we've got that all sorted, let's start writing this out with what we want to do. So the usual monthly ongoing tasks. It's going to be one of our little headers. Oops. If you want, I can build 3.12 image and deploy it for pip, although she uses a subset. Oh, no, it'll be fine because I've got to actually do a full site test this month anyway. So I can actually do that. So yeah, that way if anything breaks, I'll definitely find it, and that way nothing breaks for pip, just in case. All right, so let's put this as a section heading. This is going to be a bit different. So usually when I'm like typing out my blogs and stuff like that, I'll oh, wrong one. View publish mode. Yeah, we'll go to an old one. Actually, yeah. I usually have a usual aims and so forth like that and just state these as full dot points, but we're expanding these now. If things break for pip, just yep, fair enough. Well, I'll stop the stop you from getting into trouble. So yeah. Okay, full site test. With the release of Python 3.12, this is a really good excuse to actually expand this little dot point. About 6 months ago. It is now time to upgrade. With any upgrade, we'll need to do a full site test. This test will also, we are also going to be focusing on the new get chart features to find any pain points and issues. If I remember, 3.12 has some nice performance games. Oh, nice. All right, that would be awesome too. So, yeah. Mick came in with a joke and gave me some tasks to do. All right. Documentation. Section header. So, with the support of Podman, we'll need to write in documentation on how to deploy NearBeach with it. 3.11 had much more impact due to faster C Python, but yes, some modules are also faster with 3.12. Oh, nice. With the spot, we need to write. We are also looking at expanding existing documentation. Currently, the documentation on how to use NearBeach is threadbare. Don't know if I'm using the right bear here, so I'm going to pretend I am. This documentation will need to expand into how a user can create an object, how a user can edit an object, how a user can search and find an object, and how a user can close an object. There are many other sections of NearBeach that currently do not have any documentation whatsoever. For example, custom statuses. It's another one which doesn't have tags, and administration section. Whoops. All right, and then I can get rid of that. Improvements to unit tests. So this is definitely a section header. As we have implemented new features into NearBeach, we also have to implement more unit tests for them. These include, but not limited to, making sure user permissions will work flawlessly. Flaw has a W, not a U. Making sure user permissions work flawlessly. Making sure the user gets the correct data sets. Bear. All right, cool. Wrong bear. Almost spelled it wrong again for the third, fourth time. And don't forget to drop everyone. Remember, you can add in emojis at the end of it. I am doing shell shock. So, as we have implemented new features into NearBeach, we also have to implement more unit tests for them. This includes, but limited to, making sure the user permissions work flawlessly, making sure the user gets the correct data sets, making sure if there are any redirects, they are working correctly. All right, cool. And then improvements to the marketing side. All right. This will include Embraco updates, a few bug fixes, and a few new components. Oh yeah, sorry, there's a 5-minute timeout. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'll mention it next time. All right. I'm gonna add in a image block. And then I'll add in rich text again. All right, cool. New features. I'm just shortening this down. Okay. Ooh, should I include the drawing on X? Profile. I'm going to say yes. I'm also going to put this in downloads, and I'm going to call it card 5 my jobs for today. And then I'm just going to hit save here so we don't lose our data. That's happened. Not exactly on Embraco, but it's happened. We also want to see sprint information. Yeah, I want that screenshot in there. A screenshot of the sprint. Oh, we've changed that. No, I don't. I want to update it. Let's go to list sprints. Let's go to the latest sprint. Ooh, yeah. All right, cool. Git checkout main. Git pull. We're gonna have to stop that. npm run prod. All right, npm run prod. Okay, that's going to take about 45 seconds. I should open up this. And I should do network. And I'm going to hit refresh. Perfect. All right, cool. One thing I do want to do, actually, is I kind of want to bunch this up. Like so. And then what I want to do is I want to take a screenshot. I'm going to say that I'm going to download it. And then I'm going to go to media. We want to open up blogs. Oh, this is technically going to be in May. I'm going to put May. May 2024. Usually I write these things probably on the first day of the month or around there. In this sort of case, it is technically around there. And this is early because I finished a lot of this a lot sooner than I expected. So here we are. So screenshot, sprint information. All right, cool. You gotta go in here, gonna click on this, gonna go blogs, gonna go May 2024, gonna click on this, gonna go that, and gonna go screenshot of new Gantt chart feature under the sprints feature. So, yep, cool. New feature, card jobs today. So what do we want to focus on? Just trying to think if we needed a screenshot in here. Now, I think it's been long enough for the drop to happen. So I'm doing Judgmental Lily. Let's see if it does it. There we go. Everyone, you can now drop. Remember to put an emoji at the end of it. And there's Judgmental Lily. She's going straight down. She got a 40. All right. So that is a cool emote. Meat v ball. I love it. All right. Oh, and you stream. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Oh no, that's someone else. Oh no, is that you? I'll just give you a follow. Anyway. All right, my jobs today. I want to describe this in a couple of words. I am a new planning feature in NearBeach where a user can state what they are going to work on over the next 7 days. Designed to be a simple schedule system. Once a blue moon. Ah, okay. Ah, fair enough. All right. Implementations of scheduled tasks and projects. So this will be a section header. And it looks like we've got an ad in 5 minutes. All right. Okay, done. That's good timing. Okay, cool. Card 319, implementation of scheduled projects and tasks. Users will be able to schedule tasks, repetitive tasks / projects to be automatically created at daily, any days of the week, weekly, fortnightly, monthly. These tasks will be the template system in NearBeach will need to be constructed first. However, this template system will then be utilized for building RFCs from templates. So yeah, we're hitting two birds with one stone here. Users will be able to schedule repetitive tasks and projects. How am I spelling that? Am I just... Oh, ITIV. I've been saying it wrong for 30 odd years. How much lead time do you want to give them? That's a good point. No, what I would probably have it... Where's my drawing? I'll probably have it so it doesn't do that. What I'll have is I'll use celery. So I probably spelled celery wrong. I'll probably use Django celery and have it run once a night. And then have a condition in there where it'll search for the daily ones and create them. Search for any of the ones on a day. And if it's on that day, it'll create them. The thing is just 1L. All right, we'll just pretend. Yep. Weekly. If it falls on that particular day of the week, then it'll create, and so forth like that. So I've still got to figure out the logic around this. So logic, don't know yet. But I have a 2-hour cycle tomorrow, so I will probably be definitely thinking about it. So would you add it to a Kanban board? Ooh. I mean, there's nothing saying I can't. Because a card, if we actually have a look at the cards themselves, so cards are sub-objects. So this is a sub-object. We could easily put it in the card title, card priority. We could easily definitely have this data pass through, but if someone's editing the Kanban board and those aren't there anymore, then it won't add it to the Kanban board properly. And definitely have the description in there. That could definitely happen. We could definitely easily key in users to it. So I don't see that being a problem at all. And the only problem is this, making sure that these survives. But what we could do is we could always run a check, and if it doesn't exist, it just does the top leftmost point. So if that's what people, yeah. You want an admin? Yeah, I do kind of want that. All right. Give me a couple of seconds. Oh, this is slow today. Okay, we had this on. I've forgotten what number this is. Give me 2 seconds. This is 391. There you are, project. What's what I did for background tasks for my last job? Yeah. So that will be easy. We'll need to create a template, get a schedule, and we can easily put in cards in here. Oh, an ad break. All right, cool. I'm just updating the you can't type. Either can I. /cards. So I'll put cards in there very easily. I do feel like, yes, yeah, we can easily create those. I wouldn't want to do scheduled RFCs because you should always make them manual. Just because you should go through them beforehand. Yeah. And requirements, you don't need... Requirements are essentially grabbing user requirements, so user stories and so forth like that. That's not something you can schedule manually. So yeah, but cards, that makes sense. Yeah, I can easily put those in here without a problem. So the system will use Celery to check to see if there's any project tasks / cards that need to be created. There will need to be an admin / log section where any failed runs will be stored. Note for the Kanban card, if the column or level don't exist anymore, use the defaults. Alright, cool. Save and close. And welcome back, everyone. Yeah, whilst the ad's running, I'll just do that. You guys didn't miss much. It's just me typing notes. Alright, cool. So going back into here, users will be able to schedule repetitive task projects, and I'm going to put cards to be automatically created at daily, any day of the week, weekly, fortnightly, monthly. So that logic I have to actually figure out. Once again, I got a 2-hour ride tomorrow. Hopefully I'll figure it out then. The template system in NearBeach will need to be constructed first. However, this template system will then be utilized later for building custom RFC templates. So yeah. All right. We are going to go card 307, objects assigned to customers. All right, cool. So this will be very, very simple. What do I want to do? Section header. Cool. So on the customer information page, there will be a simple widget or component that will notify the user which current open objects are assigned to the customer. This is useful for any account managers. Cool. So card 342 re-implementation of story points in NearBeach. So NearBeach will have the story points re-implemented. The idea being it will sit at the project task requirement item levels, with the caveat that requirements will have a sum of all requirement item story points. Cavity. All right. Okay. Card 383. See all objects for admin. We actually have story points as well as the estimated story points field. At the moment, it will be just the story points. However, that will be the proof of concept minimal viable product type of thing, and I'm very happy to expand that out to definitely have estimated story points at the same time. So later on, what I would want is let's say I have estimated story points. I'm just shorthanding this. Sorry about all the shorthands. Let's say I go, okay, cool. They'll take 3 story points. Bob will be like, nah, brah, that's 2 story points. Someone else, Susan, will be like, nah, that's 3. And so forth like that. And then hopefully someone who's managing this will look at this and be like, all right, no, I'm actually going to put 4 story points. Yeah, so I've just got to figure out how that will flow. So yeah, I think if I just get the basic sort of the story point field in, I can then probably end up figuring a workflow of how it's meant to show and so forth like that. So yeah, definitely. You don't just key it in and be like, all right, these are the story points and then estimate. I fully understand that. People very look at how good they are estimating, which means they never get better at least. Yeah, all right, good. Yeah, that's a very good point too. So yeah, and that way, if I ever do implement a timing system, hours tracker or something like that, we could definitely use that data with this data up here. So yeah. All right. Getting back into this, I'm just going to hit save so we don't lose anything. Okay. Under the search functionality, administrators do not see other groups objects. This is so the administrators are not flooded with irrelevant data. However, on the odd occasion, they will need to find these objects. To find these objects, I.E readjust permissions that were incorrectly removed. Having the see all objects flag will enable this functionality. All right, cool. Oh yeah, and don't forget to drop. Now the sad thing is my video is about 40 seconds out. So yeah, I am dropping with socks with a little tongue out. I don't know if it comes out very well. I've been meaning to get another emoji done of socks. So yeah, considering Max has a couple, socks deserves a couple, but she's usually on stream so much more than Max. All right, I'm happy with this. I'm just going to save and publish this. We're happy with that. Embargo preview the latest. Actually, no, I didn't want to do that, but let's just go here. View published version. All right. And here's our goals for the month. Okay. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to copy. I am just going to paste to Twitter. Oh, I was meant to bring that one in, but no, that would be fine. Nearly wrote 2014. My God. That was a long time ago. Yeah. I was a lot younger. Let's just say that. Only a decade out. I know. It just means I've had this place for a decade now. So, yeah. almost paid off too, which is awesome. For those wondering, NearBeach goals are for today. Here is our latest vlog. Now, the retrospective I haven't done. So the retrospective I have scheduled, talking about scheduling things and so forth like that, to actually complete that tomorrow. So when I get back home, I will do that. For those who are wondering where the retrospective is, it's on our Patreon. So yeah, we've got a little tiny Patreon. Oops. It's pretty much Patreon.com/NearBeach if you're interested. So yeah. Okay, so we can close that. We can close that one because I've got duplicate tabs open. We're happy with this open at the moment. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's close this. Ooh. And thank you very much. I've met the sub goal, but it's not telling me who subbed. Alright, that is really weird. Why aren't you telling me? That was you? Oh, thank you very much for the sub, Nocturnal. Made it harder for finding the Prime sub. It was you. Ah, yeah. Yep. Cheers. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. Just reminding everyone that any money that is through subs, ad revenue, or bit donation, stuff like that on this stream actually goes towards NearBeach itself. We are hoping to actually get enough money to be able to hire a UI UX developer for a very short term to help us improve the UI UX of NearBeach. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Nocturnal. It is greatly appreciated. All right, so going in here, what am I doing? Documentations, Podman. All right, so I'm gonna stop this and I am going to go into our documentation. I'm gonna check it out. I am closing that because we don't need it. I'm closing this. We'll probably actually need this one open. We need quick install with Podman. So we're just going through here and we're just changing stuff. Bits using NearBeach. It's the least I can. Thank you very much. So yeah. And just remember, your feedback is also helping me greatly. So yeah, don't forget that. So we've got Docker in there. I just realized I have a init Docker entry point initdb. Yeah, that would be the same. Inside the Docker, this would be the Podman compose YAML file. Find the secret key. This would be a large string with symbols, letters, and numbers. You can use a generator like this. All right, inside the Docker compose, that will be Podman compose YAML file. Fill out the fields appropriately. SMTP is used to send the reset password functionality required to log in for the very first time, because what actually happens is in Django, we can't accept the password through. So in the command line, what actually happens is it creates the username, but they can't actually log in. What actually happens is you got to reset the password. So hence you need this. The admin username, email will be used to log into NearBeach. This will be used to fill out properly because, yep, inside the Podman compose YAML file, I've just clicked on somewhere random. Shoot, inside the pod, yeah, yep, fill out the following, yep, all right, cool. Inside the Podman compose file, there are two services. One will be for setting up the database, and the other service will be setting up NearBeach. You'll need to fill out the database, connection details. Please note you will need the same variables for the following pairs. Yep, Maria root use will not have a pair. All right, cool. I just use the super user shell. I've lost the context, sorry. Fill out the, oh yeah, to set your password. Oh yeah, because yeah, you log in, you're like, all right, yeah. Yeah. I just used the password reset. I'm lazy like that though. Fill out the CRS are trusted tokens with the exact domain. Please use the examples below. So demo, yep, all right. If you would like to demo NearBeach, please. Yep, all right, cool. Fill out the allowed host. This will be similar to the CRS, but without the HTTP numbers. Allowed host demo. Alternatively, if using localhost. Yep. All right. Sweet. All right. If you're using Azure Blob Storage to store uploaded data files you don't require Azure Blob Storage, please delete the following 2 lines. All right. Cool. Use the terminal. Change the directory to the podman compose file, run the following, podman compose up. If you like to specify a project name for the NearBeach instance, run the following command instead. Hey socks. Because you don't have an email set up. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I've just been using Mailtrap. I do need to go through and do the SendGrid stuff and all that kind of stuff again, but when I've got time. You're now up and running NearBeach in Docker, visiting the URL in the set in the for first time logins, you'll need to reset the password. Click reset password and fill out the email. All right, cool. Yep. That's pretty much that documentation done. Because I'm quite happy with that. All right, so what I'm going to do is CD. I'm going to go into NearBeach. I'm going to get status, git add, git commit. And what we're committing is we are committing. No, before I actually commit. All right, we need source, VM bin activate. I need to actually test the documentation. So what I'm doing is I'm building the documentation. All right, do I have a docs? It's docs instead of that. All right, cool. And then what I want to do, let's open up a new tab. Let's open up TMP. What did I call it? My docs. And then what we're doing is we're opening up index. All right, that doesn't work. So what I want to do is TMP. Sites, NearBeach. Sure. I think it's just podman execute it container name Python manage change password. Okay, so it's not so hard. I mean, I can easily put that into the documentation. That won't be hard to do. We just need to test it, which we can easily do. So if I open up a new shell, do that. Let's go podman compose up. Let's have it in there. Let's open up a new thing here. Oh, I didn't actually have a shell name or anything like that. And in downloads, I actually want the podman desktop. We've got it as podman. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'll do that. So if we go podman x it NearBeach What do we call it? NearBeach podman test. Python manage .py change password Frank. No container name. Is it just NearBeach one? Whoops. That will be Python manage.py change password Frank. Okay. Yes. No such container, but that's a container. Let's do an ID. Let's just copy that. Oh, what? Podman PS. All right, let's just open this up. Oops. So, images, and then we've got names on the second field. Oh, it's just NearBeach. So it will be podman execute. It'll be NearBeach Python 3 manage.py change. Let's just put in migrate. No such file or directory. Oh, sudo. I need the path where the migration is. All right, so if I go ls, Docker file should be right there. Let's go Python. Let's exit. All right. Manage.py. But it's right there. Try it without the it. Yep, whoop. All right, keep dropping my pens. Try without the quotes. All right, now we're cooking with induction. All right, cool. So to the Python manage, change password, Bob. User Bob doesn't exist. Admin doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure. Admin use at NearBeach. All right, cool. All right, not a problem. Maybe a problem. Yep, password warning. Cannot control echo on terminal. Password fallback password. Password input may be echoed. You need it. All right, cool. So, cool. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Sorry, for those that are wondering why I've just suddenly been like, I don't know, because you guys can't see it, is there's a spammer that's constantly spamming stuff. Essentially, it doesn't appear in the chat above, which is great news. I don't think it appears in the chat for you guys, which is awesome. But it's really annoying because they constantly sort of get around Twitch's stuff. And yeah, it's been very annoying that they've been doing this constantly. All right. So, Nocturnal, were you able to see them out of curiosity? What were we setting up today? Inside the Podman Composer, S&P is used to a functionality. All right. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, they've been at it constantly. They'll pop up again in about an hour. Fair enough, we double banned them. Yeah, but these guys constantly pop up, and which is really annoying. So inside the PubMed compose file, filling out the following fields appropriately. SMT is used to send the user reset functionality. This is one of the methods required to log in for the first time. All right, cool. So we have down here, using a terminal, change the directory to locations, run the following. You're now up and running NearBeach and Docker. Visiting the URL will set for the first time logins. I am going to actually put this on new line. For first time logins, you'll need to reset the password. There are two different methods. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go cool. Using a terminal, run the following command. Run the following command. One, two, three. This will ask for a new password. All right, I fought hard against Docker and V environments with Python 3.12, covered test pass, but I did not run npm unit tests for your information. Fair enough. Fought hard against Docker and virtual environments. Yeah, I kind of fought hard against Docker when I was first hearing about it back in like 2016, I think it was. Or 17. Oh, when was I doing the thing? I had the new job 2016. It would have been 2017 or 2018. When was it? Yeah, it was a couple of years after this. It was when they were starting to get popular. And the reason why I fought against it, it makes sense at the time, was I only had $5 US for hosting. So a lot of my hosting back then was done on Digital Domain. No, not Digital Domain. Sorry, they're the Visual Studio. DigitalOcean. and they had cheap servers there, and I managed all of that. The one thing which I had against Docker back then is it had a little bit of overhead, so I could only get one RAM, one vCPU, sorry, which, yeah, wasn't ideal at all. However, nowadays, that being said, I am no longer restricted by all of this, so I'm like, yay, go Docker. Go Podman, go this, go that. Yeah, mainly because I'm no longer restricted by that. Thank you very much, Nocturnal. And evening, Adrienne. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well tonight. Doesn't actually have much overhead, to be honest, as it's just a process group running. Yeah. But back then, I had 3 or 4 WordPress sites. I also had NearBeach running, which was, of course, Django. I remember having to figure out how to get Django working using Unicorn. However you spell it again, I've forgotten how, and Nginx, because Apache was using too much RAM and causing my Raspberry Pi or the DigitalOcean stuff to not run. I also fought with Docker while upgrading Debian 8 to 12 at my past work. The server was just some old desktop. I don't have it in front of me, but NearBeach used to be run off this is back when, before I had the $5 per month on a Raspberry Pi. It was what was it? It was the first gen, but it had 1 gig of RAM. I think it was the B. And I know my friend has the very first one. So yeah, my friend got the A. And then I might have got the Raspberry Pi 2. Yeah, I might have got the Raspberry Pi 2 because I had 1 gig of RAM. And then later on, I upgraded. I think I've got the Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, 2016. I remember running NearBeach off this along with Bugzilla, and boy, was it slow. 3x was your first one? Oh, nice. Yeah, I might. The one problem is I need a project for me to sort of be like, all right, cool, I'll buy one. The problem is I could potentially still use my old ones. So yeah, if I needed to do something, for example, load testing or something like that, I could potentially still use my 3 with the 1 gig, and then use stuff to essentially locust, like Python locust. Load testing and stuff like that. You don't have any Pis? Oh. That is sad. I do feel for you. I do like my Pis. The one problem is I haven't used them in a while. Because if I need a VM to do some testing and stuff like that, I do it on here. And the Pis were great in the day when I didn't have the hardware, software, or the space or anything like that. They're great for me learning system admin and so forth like that, because I would literally flash the operating system and stuff like that, do a backup, paste it in, plug it into the Raspberry Pi, screw around with it. If I broke anything, I've got that backup to fall back on. You have the Vision Fire 2. All right, I have not heard the Vision Fire, and I'm using Mac. Copy and paste. I've not seen these before. Oh, Risk. Okay. Decent memory. Okay, yep. I don't know how much it is though. Let's have a look at Amazon. I have to go to the... It's slow because many things are still not optimized, but I still have hopes. Oh, fair enough. All right. I don't think I can get it in Australia yet. I have enough issues with Fedora on my Pi, so I haven't bothered venturing to other SBCs. Oh, fair enough. It's like 100 US. Yeah, so that's probably going to then be about 150 or more in Australia. So if we go 100 here, there's 150 there. They're going to add on an extra 25 bucks. So yeah, it's going to be expensive. Damn. I just had a friend in China. Well, next time. Okay, so yeah, that's a mistake. I had the second gen with 1 gig of RAM. All right. What did I want to do? I also wanted to test out this rebuild the docs. So we want to go to temp. We then want to go index. I'm going to cut that out from over there. Paste that into here. I'm going to zoom in for everyone. So this is what our documentation will look like. So over here we've got the installation, quick installation with Docker. Oh yeah, we don't have the quick installation with Podman in there. So I'm going to have to fix that up very quickly. This is why we test. It will be under here. This will be local development environment. This will be installation, quick install with Docker. So we're just going to copy and paste this. It'll be in there, quick installation with Podman. And we save that, and then we just build it again. It's very quick, the building process. There we go. We've got quick installation with Docker twice. So we go into here, we go, all right, cool. We've got Podman, quick installation with Podman. Have I done something stupid? Yes, I have. Once again, rebuild it. Go back into here, refresh. There you go, quick install with Podman. So then we click on that. And we're just gonna zoom in once again. Let's not zoom in that far. So quick install with Podman, copy the following code, paste it into a Podman compose YAML. All right, cool. We go through all this where we know this is gonna work because we've tested this. Everything there will work. Inside the Podman, sorry about that. Inside the Podman, compose a YAML file, edit the secret key. This will be the string. Yep. All right, cool. So this should all be pretty similar, but the one problem I see at the moment is we've got hashtags. some of those hashtags are working, some of them are not. And I have a feeling, yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, all right. I think I had to do that. All right, let's test that. Dot is not in the correct place. Definitely not there. Yeah, you're right there. Yep. Definitely there. That one was a good spot. Yeah, you did see it. Yeah, the problem was these just need to be spaced in, I think either 3 or 2. I'm going 3 just to be safe, because that way it lines up with the text. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's fine. That is fine. Now we've got to fix that on the Docker side thing too, because it's the same copy. Ah. Oh, wrong place. All right. Yeah, this is RST. Yep. Oh. Duplicate label, quick install. I mean, that should be fine, because we got Podman at the end of it. Top line. Oh! Cheers, thank you. Yeah, good point. I was looking at that, so in the wrong place completely. Let's do that. We're all happy with that. We're going to hit refresh with this. So now we've got... Yeah. This is what we want. So much better now. Yeah, cool. All right, and we've got that little command in there too. So, oh, I should actually change some of that. Now, why? I should do that as a code block. One, two, three. Actually, we tab in for these. Code block bash. And then I'll get rid of that, get rid of that. And then that will be 3N. So podman execute container name. I'm going to actually copy admin user like that. Yep, thinking markdown, yep. All right. Cool, that should make sense. I think that would look a lot better. We're trying to make it look as nice as possible, so if someone's done this multiple times, they just need to scan this and be like, oh, that's the command I want, and so forth like that. Whereas someone who is new to this whole entire process can actually read the text and so forth like that. Now, another thing I might do is, I might split up number 8 too. Okay. Using terminal, the command. All right, cool. So what I want is code block bash. I want to bang that in twice. Get rid of that like that. And then 1, 2, 3. And then that should be fine. And then we're doing the same thing again. Cool. Can you do the reset the same way in Docker? Yes, yes I can. We just need to double check that it works how we want it to. So I'm going to open up Podman. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this. So I can run it in Docker. And what I'm going to do, this would have stopped. Yep, this would have stopped. So Docker compose up. I don't have a Docker file here. I do, but I don't. I know I can point it at the file, right? Yeah, it'd just be quicker to move the podman to docker compose.yaml. Yeah, I just couldn't see it here. Yeah, don't know. Oh, no, I don't need help, no. There we go, yep, sweet. So, getting that booted up. What I could do is, that's all booted up. So we need Docker. Is it literally just going to be the same thing? It's going to be the same thing. All right, which makes our life a lot easier. So what we can do is in the Podman one, from 49 to, all right, that's, we're going to yank those lines. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're just going to paste them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove that. I'm going to have it all like that. And then it'll be Docker. And then Docker container. Easy, easy done. Sweet. Okay, so we are in the wrong tab. We're building those documentation. We're going back into here. We're going to hit reload. We're happy with this. I'm going to do the same thing in Docker for this. So instruction 8. All right. This is just going to be code block bash 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Code block bash 1, 2. Get rid of that like that. All right, sweet. All right, now gonna hit refresh. This is working perfectly fine. Install with Docker. We've got to zoom in just a little bit. Way too far. Oh, way too fast. All right. So we're going down. We're happy with all of this. 8 Docker Compose. Yep, we're very happy with that. You're now running NearBeach and Docker. Visit the URL, set up the. Yep, for first time logins, you need to reset your password to a different message. Click the reset password and fill out the email. It'll send you a password reset, or using your terminal, run the following command. Yeah, perfect. Okay, this will ask for a new password. Sweet. So we now got the new Docker documentation, the new Podman documentation in. I am going to actually push that. So git status. All right, remove TMP. We don't need it anymore. Git add everything. Git commit. So update documentation to contain documentation on the Podman installation process. So yeah, sweet, we've done that. All right, now, what's the time? 8:30, so I've got about an hour and a half left. Okay, now we've got a couple of things we could do. We can continue with the documentation. So I'm gonna close that. We could continue with the documentation, and what we could do is look at the basic usage. And what we could potentially do is split this information up. This is very basic information at the moment. So I do kind of want to plan this a little bit better. And usually with my documentation, I usually do it off stream because it's usually me just ranting at myself. So I might do this tomorrow. The idea being is all of this documentation, we need the CRUD essentially. So if we go over into here, let's reset the canvas. Let's go confirm. Let's write in our documentation. All right, so we need the CRUD. And thank you very much for the follow, Mike. Create the reads, the update, and in this sort of case, delete. We don't actually have. Oh, you have to go. Yep, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight, and I do hope to see you in the near future. So yes, welcome, welcome. So the create is pretty simple. So a new object. The read is going to be search. The update is going to be how to update and so forth like that. Pretty simple basic stuff. The delete technically doesn't exist in NearBeach. We will be implementing soft delete functionality in the very near future, but that will only be for certain particular users. The idea being you close off anything that is not needed. You don't necessarily delete something. So the idea with that will be probably the statuses or something like that. So at least the idea being is like how to create a new object, how to search for an object, and how to update that object or edit that object and so forth like that. So that's what we kind of need to happen in our documentation. And at the moment, we just don't have that. We've got a very broad sort of thing, being like, oh yeah, these can do this and this and this and this, which is what I wanted to put in very, very quickly, but this is a placeholder sort of stuff. I also will need a lot more images. So, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I won't do that tonight. This is something I clearly need to think about a lot more. All right, so we're happy with that. We're going to actually do a pull request very, very quickly. So the idea is the documentation has just been updated. We're going to do a pull request, documentation update included included support for Podman containers of NearBeach. Right. And we're just going to merge that in. It's not going to conflict with anything or anything like that. And then hopefully this will pop up very soon. So when it does, I'll tweet about it. I'm going to close this because we're done with our articles. And now what we want to do is, because today I actually started going through and I wrote on my whiteboard document improvements, but no, I can't do that tonight. I did write card 342. Now, new features for NearBeach. 342. Implementation story points for job quotation. Oh, actually, no, I didn't want to do that. What did I want to do? 383. Oh, yeah, we can do this one. I'm going to actually give me 2 seconds because there are multiple users on this that I don't want people to see. Oh, it's just me. All right, cool. There you go. I'm just going to assign it to myself at the moment. Or we should say this is a bug. Oops. Sorry, I'm just being a bit nitpicking at the moment. So, card information users using uses the uses the uses the old table format instead of the card format. We need to update this section to use the user cards instead. Yeah, this is just a normal priority. Nothing too much about it. It's a bug. It's submitted. It's going to be assigned to me. It's going to be the Kanban cards. No version at the moment. So as you see, we're getting a few bugs in here, but hey. You completed all the rewards in the queue, by the way. Oh, sweet, thank you. Yeah, I should eventually should do that one day. All right. So we've done that, and now what we wanted to do is we've got this administrators have access to all objects, however the default only shows what objects are assigned in the groups and so forth like that. So what we could potentially do on the search pages is we pass through a isAdmin, which we can easily do. It's a true false sort of thing. And then we render out that particular thing. Now, if we have a look at, I'm going to move this card over here. If we look at localhost, oh, am I? No. Oh, that's because let's run it. Let's check out develop. Let's open up this. Let's go npm run watch. That's going to take a little while. Should do a refresh. Ooh, we got 2 Sydney pictures in a row. This Webpack is taking a little while. There we go. Now, let's say we're admin. That's doing that because we've got a cached version. So if we go into list all objects, we've got an include closed objects here. What if I duplicate this down here. And I have include all objects. Oh, that. Ah, and I just realized ad break is on. I am terribly sorry. There we go. Ad time. For those who are here, don't forget to drop. I'm going to do that right now. I am going to use Grumpy Max. I'm going to look at my screen. No, I can't look at my... Oh, wait, no, it still pops up there. Ooh, he just missed. Yeah, that's why he's so grumpy. So, and hey, RJ. Hopefully you're going well. So, welcome. So, yeah. Anyway, whilst we're during the ad breaks, we aren't doing much. So, no one feels like they're missing out on anything. So, yeah, I kind of like it. Usually I would do exercises or something like that. I just haven't. I should have. And I got to practice my Japanese too. So, yeah, I will have to, on a couple of streams, be doing that during the ads. But I'm not the best. What I should do is relearn what I've already learned as a refresher. And that way I'll be a lot quicker. And I can do it within the ad break. So, yeah. That'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to going to Japan, spending I think 3 weeks there, which will be awesome for me. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back everyone. Because it's been it was 2022 last time I went overseas. So yeah. I was going to say you don't normally do arm curls. Yeah, I've been doing arm curls lately. So yeah, don't know if they've been good for my shoulder though. So yeah, yeah, the pip flapping looks like it's trying to fly. The tabby cat. Sorry. Yeah. All right, let's get back into this. So we've built all this. I'm going to say include all objects. I'm going to say no. Administration. All right. Let's. This is a wordy type of thing. Where's my? Yeah, reset the thing. So we've got a problem. And feel free to chime in with better words and stuff like that. This is one of my weaknesses. Problem. Find words. Find words. All right, cool. So we've got the problem where we've got include closed. As a tick box, which we're happy with. So that will include anything that's been closed. And what we need to do is find words to state include all. Include objects from other groups. I mean, that might just be the wording that we want, but let's type it in. Let's see how it feels. So I don't like the word administration in there. So include objects from other groups. I mean, that works so far. Does anyone have any other word recommendations? Like, I'm happy to type in whatever is here at the moment. Yeah, so the idea is when they click on this, it'll include objects from groups that they are not included in. I'm going to say external groups. Include all groups. All right, I like include all groups. It's small, it's easy. Yeah, let's program it in. All right, I'm going to close that. I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to open up NearBeach first. So I'm going to go into the Django side of things first. I'm going to go into the views, and I'm going to go into search views. So what we want, that's an internal function. Oh, we're going to have to edit these internal functions to pass through variables, which we should be able to do very easily. All right, not a problem. It is a hurdle we will cross very easily. So we don't need get sprint data, we need search. So in here, we're going to go into this implementation. We've got include closed. I'm going to have include all groups equals forms dot boolean field required equals false, initial equals false. That'll be fine. In here, we've got the form. All right, we're doing the same thing here, but we're adding in something different, and we need the isAdmin down here. I'm just going to have it is, and then it should be request.user is super user. Like so, because we only want this for super users. And then translate the is super user from Python boolean to JavaScript boolean. If request.user is super user. Oh, we've got a few fields passing through now. Is super user equals true, else is super user equals false. Now I know we've done this a different way somewhere else. I'm just doing this very, very quickly. Then we just get rid of that, and we're like that. Now we need one for include all groups. So include all groups. Include all groups. It's going to be the same thing. If form.cleanData include all groups. Include all groups equals true. Else include all groups equals false. All right. Sweet. Done and dusted. So that will pass through the information which will get rendered in the front and so forth like that. So now what we need to do, Max, are you bringing me mice to throw? We now need to do the template. So we go into the templates, we go into NearBeach, we then go into the search, and then we go into the search HTML. So down here, this is where we want to import some other stuff. So we've got include close, so vbind include all groups. Now we'll have to make this downstairs, but that's fine. Include all groups, and then is super user. Vbind is super user equals, and then that's going to be is super user. So we're happy with that. We're going to close that form thing because we don't need it anymore. We're then going to open up our source, our JavaScript, our components, our search, and our search objects. We're going to scroll down to our props section, and what we're going to do is we're going to add in include all groups, And that is, you think you're a victim of unique administration error. A section has been released under grace that says next course, and mine says please try again. Oh yeah, follow that up very, very quickly. Just because I know how universities work, the quicker you do it, the better. And also remember to get everything in writing. Alright, sweet, cool. And then if they don't respond, depending how busy they are, if they're super busy, wait till tomorrow. If you know that they're not fully busy, wait till almost the end of the day, so around about 4 p.m. And then follow up with that email, and then get their advice. I just know how slow universities can sometimes move. So, yeah. Alright, so is super user. This is a type lean. Default is going to be false. And then what we want up here, so we've got our little search up here. So we've got our search, and then we've got this form group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to yank those lines. I'm going to paste those in. Perfect. And then what we're going to do, type checkbox. This will be include all groups. And this will be include all groups. And then this will be include all groups. All groups. Clearly narrow because every as a pass grade or higher, and they would have said I was failing a certain class by email, which hasn't happened. All right, yeah, follow that up. Yeah, because your head of the course should be able to double check that. Depends if they're using PeopleSoft or something like that. They can definitely, depends what, student management system that your university is using. For example, PeopleSoft is one of them. They should be able to access your grades by now. Unless they're on a reporting database, which could be a week old, depending on the university. All right, include all groups, plural. All right. That should be that. And then what we want to do is when we send it, that's a watch method get search results. So we just need to do this data to send dot set include all groups. This dot include all groups, and that's it. They can check because they harass some people I know about not submitting and saying someone didn't pass a certain class. Ah, that's good. All right, cool. Yeah. And then like that. All right, so if we wait a couple of seconds, hit reload. So we've got this, we've got this. If we then go RFC, that's working as intended. And if we have a look at the data, we can see that the request has, include all groups is false. Okay. Because I haven't done that. Okay, so what I need to do, include all groups model, and this dot include all groups. All right, so I need a local variable that I can mutate. That's all. So this then becomes model. And then what I need to do, wait a couple of seconds, hit reload. And then if I do this, it would send the data true and true. We also need to add in a watch in down here. So include closed models. We're going to go include all groups model. And then what we need to do is essentially the same thing here. So 8 to 25, that's 2 plus 5 to that. There we go. Done. So it's going to do the exact same thing. We could put that in a function. No, not needed. It's only done twice. And then if we hit refresh, include all groups, and then bang, that will search for all groups and stuff like that. So if a person comes in like, all right, cool, include all groups, and then they're like, ah, cool, admin or not admin, let's go team. And they're like, all right, cool, there's your projects and stuff like that. I don't have access to, well, they technically will have access to this because they're an administrator. So let's get down to the back end again. So if you notice, it'll go search data. So here's our search data. Now, in this sort of case, I'm just wondering if this gets out any of the data. I don't think this gets out any of the data. It just renders the page, and then it calls for the data, if memory serves me correctly. I might actually be wrong about that. Yeah, I'm wrong about that. It sends through search results. All right, let's have a look. Get search, yeah. And then form and request. So it sends through the get search data in here. So we can quickly just go to that implementation. What we're doing is we're doing all of that. So we're getting the search results. We're getting this, getting this, getting this. We're not filtering by groups at the moment. Okay, request user is super user. All right, this is where I'm going to add in a new group. Let's just use empty group. Let's add in the team leader. They've got full permissions to this group. We're all happy with this. So if I right hand click and I go team leader, log in as team leader. Let's go find a new object. Let's make a project. Sorry, let's create a new project. Call only team leader can see this project. All right, we're doing it for that. We're getting rid of that. It's just the empty group. So no one from the QA team should be able to see this. If I go in and I search for these objects, I can see only team leader here. All right, cool. So what I can particularly do, and this is probably going to be really simple, is if the request user is not a super user and all right, I've got to think about this. Sorry, I've got to draw this out. So is super user. What did we call it? Allowable groups or something like that. show groups. Something like that. So super user. Super user. So I'm just drawing this out to show all potential sort of variables and stuff like that. So super user, that'll be definitely a green tick. I want to bring that slightly over so you guys can see a little bit more. I'm going to have a tick here. I'm definitely going to have a cross here. And for the user, this will always be crossed. Now, for the super, if we cross out this one and we tick this one, so the results are show all groups. This one, user, is limit. This one, super, will be limit. And sorry, the super can't be shown. There we go. So what I've done is super, yes to being as a super user, of course, and then no being that they don't have that ticked. So we need to limit these particular ones. So anytime there is a false, so this is just working out the logic. So anytime there is a false, we limit. All right, cool. So we limit when they're not a super user. And when that's, all right, so I've just got to do the logic around this. So if we flip everything, yeah, let's flip everything, not super user. And then show all group. We're using the same columns as above. So we'll have not super user. So super user, that'll be a bumper. Show all group will be still bumper. This will be bumper, and this will be bumper. This will be super. So bumper, and this will be bumper. So we want limit, limit, and show all. All right, this doesn't work. All right, and then if I go not all groups, so the super user, that'll be bumper, bumper. For this particular user, the user, that'll be bumper and bumper. For this one, the super, that'll be bumper and bumper. So limit, limit. It's an OR positive now. Instead of being a NOR. Instead of having them both be positives. All right, so there's two ways I can do this. I can flip both variables like I've done here, and then it just becomes an or statement, which I think is pretty easy to do. The alternative is I can have it so that way it has to be both cases. So up here, these both have to be positive and then negative of that. Which... yeah. I think this method will be better. Without flipping it. This will just confuse it if I actually write it in a particular way. So what we want to do is determine if a user is not being limited. A user won't be limited to groups if they are an administrator and flagged they want all groups. All right, cool. So what we'll call the variable don't limit don't limit by groups equals, and then this is where we'll get, this is just a simple and statement. So request dot user dot is super user, and the form dot clean data, this is, what are we calling it, include all groups, is going to be true. Is that form? Search form. Sorry, my bad. Okay, cool. And then all I need to do is, it's a not statement. Don't limit by groups. That's it. I think that's an easy way to do it. We've documented it up here and so forth like that. So later on I can come in and be like, all right, sweet. This is how I've done it. Easy. Okay, let's going back into this. So if I, yeah, let's just type in team. If I do that, actually just wait. There we go, it's disappeared. But if I include all groups, there we go, perfect. And that's what we want. That sort of process. Sweet. So this is actually a card. All right. So going back into NearBeach, we're going to go git status. We're going to go git add NearBeach templates. Git add NearBeach views. Git add source. Git status. Gonna ignore anything that's static. We will be going through and making sure these components later on actually are called in correctly. Git forms, NearBeach forms. Git add NearBeach forms.py, git status, git commit bug fix. Actually, no, this is a new feature. Card, sorry, I'm in such a habit of actually writing bug fixes and stuff like that, so yeah. Alright, so what is the card? In a sense, it is going to be called that. And that's include all groups button. And then we're going to push that stop at. Sorry, Socks has been naughty. And we're on an ad break. All right, cool. Ad time. We can annoy Socks now. Oh, there she goes. Cool. Good girl, Socks. There it goes. She's on stream. She's like, yeah. All right, yep. What are you going to say, Socks? Are you going to say anything inspirational, motivational? You know, she's like, I probably will want to add in an automatic task where it reminds everyone to give me treats. And Nocturnal has just given you treats, Socks. So, yeah, in your bed, sweetie. You know where to go. In your bed. So, the other day, I decided to put the treats on my... Ooh, where are the treats? I'll be right back. Alright, so the other day I decided to put the treats on my computer. Socks jumped up there. She was so close to pressing the power off button. I've made that mistake once now. In your bed properly. You know how this works now. And you too, Max. Alright. Anyway, while Socks is doing that, I will be right back. I just need to go to the bathroom. I am back. Hey Max, you wanna go on stream, Max? He's like, no, not really. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Oops, just accidentally banged the microphone. I'm terribly sorry. Make me curl. All right, cool. And redeem standing desk. All right. I'll do the standing desk first because that's really, really simple. And there goes my, okay, I'll go to the secret screen. Actually, I just want this a little bit higher. Oops. Sorry, I'll put it on this so people don't get sick. All right. Some curls. Hey, Max. What you doing? I should find his toy mice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. All right, 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, This might be needing to be a little bit higher. Okay, socks. I'm sitting right where I need to put my hand. All right. Let's get back into it. So we've just done that feature. So by technicality, we should be crossing that card off. So I'm save and close. 383. All right. No socks. Yeah, I'm just doing this administration stuff very, very quickly. I should not have hit that. I hit escape. All right, cool. One thing down. We're going really fast this year. All right, let's go back into blogs. That was a lot quicker than I expected. I didn't think I would have the basic logic there and get it all done as quickly as that. Actually, I hate how it's struck out the sorry, I'm just being pedantic. All right. There we go. All right. Objects assigned to customers on the customer. And we can do this particular one now. So if I just close that and then I'm like 307. There we go. All right. Description at the bottom of the customer page. Yep. Sweet. So yeah, we can do this very, very quickly. So I'm going to close this. We're going to go back into here. We're going to go find object. We're going to go list customers, and we're going to open up Socks Fluffy. So if we open up NearBeach Incorporate, we can see at the bottom, we've got associated objects. We're going to do the exact same thing. Except it's literally just going to be associated objects. What I also want to do is, just because I'm here, NearBeach, I want pictures. I want profile pictures. Let's go. There we go. And there we go. Because I love the Persona 5 little profile pictures. Lurk food. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Thank you very much, Aiden. Understandable. All right, please fill out the following details. So yeah, what we'll have is the customer detail up here. Oops. And then what we'll have is essentially like a card down here just for associated objects. So we're going to close all of this. This one will take a little bit longer than our last one. I think we can easily do it within the next 45 minutes. So yeah, let's do that. So straight at the bat, we're actually going to look at the source, the JavaScript, the components. Actually, no, we're going to look at the NearBeach. We're going to have a look at the templates. We're going to have a look at the NearBeach, and then we're going to have a look at the we want to have a look at the organization stuff first. So the organization information, we've got organization modules. So that's down there. So what we do is let's have a look at down in here under organization. We've got organization modules. So we've got something very similar, and then in this we'll have associated objects. Now that is going to be under modules, submodules, associated objects. So this has been shared between multiple different places, and we have render object card, and so forth like that. And if we have a look into this, we get associated objects from that location. So let's have a look in the back end, and let's see if we can actually edit the back end. The idea being is if we can reuse this associated objects, we will. We can clone this associated modules into the customer modules, and then we can key it into here and so forth like that. So that way we're not wasting a lot of components and so forth like that. Yeah, we would just need to trim this one down quite a bit. In fact, I would probably just have a basic sort of card that renders out the associated objects. I wouldn't have these tabs in there yet. I mean, if we wanted to implement notes at the customer level, we could potentially do that, but I don't foresee doing that. I mean, documents would work at a customer level. So, yeah. Got to think about that. I mean, it's not hard to do. Organization context, no. We won't need it. So, document uploads, associated objects. We probably won't need tags on the notes. So, yeah, I would clone the organization modules, have it customer modules, and then that way I can key in those other things if I need to. So that being said, yes, I'm going to do it that way. But first we need to make sure that this can work. So we need to go into our views, and we need to actually search for associated objects. And what we need to do is we need to search for it in a directory. And we need to search for it under NearBeach. All right, cool. So NearBeach views. And here we are. So this is associated objects. If destination is organization, associated objects organization. All right, that's going to return that. So if we actually go to that implementation, it goes through here. This is an internal function. We'll actually have a very similar one. All right, project results. All right, this one uses projects, objects, annotate, exclude. Where anything is closed, where the organization ID is that. All right, we're gonna be a little bit different with this one because we're looking at customers assigned to objects and so forth like that. So we'll need the object assignment table. So yes. All right. We can do this. So what we want to do is we want an internal function up here. We def associated objects customers and then location ID. Due to customers, ooh, hang on a minute. All right, due to organization links being connected to the objects directly, we'll need a query to all objects that can be related to an organization and combine them into the JSON output. And essentially this will actually render the JSON output and return that. And of course, it goes back here and returns it. All right. However, a customer is done under object assignment. Everything else is done under object assignment. We could just potentially just use this and just feed through customer, which means we've got less work to do. So I'm going to say, let's copy this. Let's input this into here and do all that kind of fun stuff. So the first thing first, let's scroll down. Let's go to our organization. What we have is organizations modules. We're going to copy that. We're going to go up to customers. And we're going to actually paste it in. And instead of organization, we're going to go customer modules. We're going to add it in. Presto. Done. We're just going to go through here. We've got card body, nav tabs, misc module tabs, tab list, presentation. Yep, we're happy with that. Straight off the bat, we don't need organization contacts. The document uploads, we're going to keep it in for the moment, but comment it out. Associated projects and tasks, we're keeping it in. MISC modules, we are going to copy that out. Now, I'm just double checking to make sure, yep, this is on. Yep, sweet. Notes module, we're going to copy that out for the moment. The good thing is we can, if I copy these out, we can put them back in very, very quickly. So the modules, straight off the bat, this is the modules. This is organization contacts. So this is the first div, which we're getting rid of. And then we have the documentation one, which we'll comment out. And then we have the association, and then the list tags, and the notes. So we're copying out, we're clearing out all of those. Cool, done. In here, we only want what we want. So customers list module. List tags module. Actually, let's just delete all of that because we can actually grab it from multiple different places. Yeah, I just want to keep this as simple as possible for the moment. Associated program, yeah, all right, cool. And then new customer modal, we don't need that. So customer associated objects, that's all we need. Now icons, we don't need. Modal, we don't need. Now this, we definitely need that. Icon mixin, we don't need. Confirm file, delete, we won't need. Upload wizard, we won't need. Add link wizard, add volatile wizard, we won't need. So yeah, we're just culling everything from this at the moment. Customer results, we won't need. Destination, at this point, be a customer, we won't need it here. We can get it from VueJS. I'm not passing it down anywhere or doing anything. Location is the same. The static URL, root URL, add new contact, no. Remove customer, no. Yeah, I feel like we are culling a lot of local customer results. We don't need that. We'll need the theme. Before mount, dispatch, process theme update. Alright, sorry, my partner's just Alright. Cool. Alright, sorry. Yeah, this is going to be really simple at the moment. Hey, let me delete those, you twat. Alright. Hello? That was super weird. All right. Before mount, dispatch, process theme, update theme. I feel like we're doing that at the customer level. Yeah, I feel like we're doing that at the customer level. Yeah, all right. So all I need to do is import map getters from VueJS, and then what we need to do down here is we need to compute. Oops, sorry. There's dot map getters. And then we've got theme is going to be get theme. And I think that will go user level title list, root URL, static URL. I don't think any of this is needed. The reason being is we've only got one thing at the moment. This is essentially just to pass things through. Oh, we've got the get theme. All right. Yeah, we do need something in there. So if we go into the into here, we're going to open up this. We are going to actually open up the mixins. We're going to actually copy in this mixin, and we're going to reinstate it. So, all right, cool. Done. All right. So this should work wonders. And then all we need to do is go into the associated objects and so forth like that. We need to key this into the Vuex sort of stuff. So we need to go into components and app. In the components, what we want is customer. So we go into customer information. In this sort of case, is it customer module? So definitely after this. So customer modules equals define async component. And then what we want to do is we want to import the webpack chunk name customer modules. And then we need to have it as components, customers, customer module, and that's it there. And then what we want to do I've made a big boo-boo. These are meant to be singular. Customer module. Customer module. Meant to be singular. Customer module. Meant to be singular. I've got to rename something very, very quickly. Why did that go over there? I don't know. Customer module. All right, sweet. So under components, it'll be customer module, customer module. Under apps, it'll be customer module. Customer module. All right. And why do I have ads starting in 5 minutes? No, snooze, piss off. Excuse me, my French. Yeah, I think around the 3-hour mark, the ads decide to sneak in a lot quicker because I noticed the other day I finished with something like nearly 15 minutes of pre-rolls off. And I'm just like, no, they're really pushing that now. All right, so we've done that. Now we want to actually go into the Django side of things, and we want to open up the customers, and we want to custom information. Yeah, they're really pushing the ads. And what actually happens is, so I've got the ads on so that pre-rolls won't happen. And it's meant to be every half an hour the ads happen. But when it gets to the 3-hour mark, it usually happens around the 20 minutes. And what happened the other day was, because I was doing that for 6 hours, essentially it pushed back more and more. I was just like, what the hell's happening? So yeah, I've just got to keep an eye on Twitch around this time. Oh, hold on. What's happening with my Mac now? Oh, come on, Mac. Don't just be a... Okay. Okay, cool. Yep, done. Alright, just a little glitch. For some reason, my ad block stopped working for some ads on Twitch. Ah, okay. Yep. Well, fair enough. Alright, so this is in the old set. I'm gonna print screen this, because we should be updating this to, and once again, this is being nitpicky. That should now be using the new method. Oh, I fucking hate that bug. Really do hate that bug. All right. So, customer information, Django template, still using field set. All right, cool. So, we are slowly migrating off the field set, as we can easily pass through user level into the components. From there, we'll be able to determine if something is read-only. So this is a normal one. This is just a type bug. This is submitted. This is just assigned to me. This is for the customers. No version at the moment. So yeah, the idea of that is we're migrating away from using these field sets and so forth like that. I have an annoying bug, the screenshot I use, where it uses a bigger file size, like it thinks it's a raw image if I copy it, and then it goes down to normal size. Ooh. Yeah, for me, I hate it how it's like, oh, you copied the image, here's the file location. And it's just like, no. Oh well. I will be upgrading to the newest version of Ubuntu in the next couple of months. So, yeah. Anyway, so if we have a look at organization information, we've got the organization modules, we've got the destination. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, we've got the root URL, we've got the static URL, we've got the username, we've got the organization results, and so forth like that. And if we go into here, yeah, I think it's because we pulled everything into this one. Okay. Anyway, not too much of a problem. So if we go into customer information, we're just going to put it in here. And we've got customer modules. We've got, if we have a look at our props, nothing being pulled down. That's perfectly fine. You're tempted to install Pop OS with Cosmic on my PC. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't used Pop yet. Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck with Ubuntu, as in, like, I like it. Yeah. No real reason why. I'm used to it. So, yeah, I keep coming back to it. I've been using it since, Since university, or maybe high school. Since high school. When it first came out. Yeah, back in 2004. Holy hell. Yeah, I think I started using it in 2005. Because I think I was still on Debian. So many years ago. I got the free, what was it? The free CDs and stuff like that. So I ordered them and they sent them to me. I was like, yeah. That's how long I've been using Linux. 2003. That's how long I've been using Linux for. A long time. Alright, so what we wanted to do, we just nitpicked something. We've added this in. Hey Socks, how are you? We wanted to go to customer information. So let's go to customer information on this page. Everything is looking like it's loading up. Am I running npm run watch? Yes, I am. So it does load up this. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. And then I'm going to go customer modules. Customer modules, sorry. You always end up on Fedora. Fair enough. You did, but I wanted to avoid since they add more telemetry to it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Customer information. So did I not save this? Let's go h1 hello world and then h1 end world. All right. Let's hit refresh. So it's meant to pop up there. It's just not doing that. And let's have a look at the view. We've got customer information. Oh, it's not rendering in here either. All right, let's go back to the customer information. It's plural. It's meant to be singular. Customer module. Although we have it plural here. All right, I'm gonna do a refactor very quickly. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm just gonna refactor it. Yes, Socks. All right, I don't need it in the static. Don't need it in the static. That's perfectly fine. Under source components, this particular one. And then we need to do it here. And then we go into our app. And we go S. And we scroll down. And go into our S. So ultimately, you love Mac OS too much now after using it on my MacBook. Oh, fair enough. Yep. I'm tempted to sell my PC and buy a Mac Mini or Mac Studio. Fair enough. Yeah, I heavily use Macs for work. So I still love my little laptop. Everyone remembers the little, the M1 laptop. I've still got it. It's right next to me at the moment. It's actually got my stream up there and all that kind of stuff. So I can look at it. It gets used like there's no tomorrow. Still developing NearBeach on it too. However, when I finally got this computer, I can finally, use some... Yeah, this thing has some power. No, you're not getting more treats, sweetie. You can scrape that treat bag all you want. I don't think half an hour has passed. All right, and then do refactor. Under views. What? No, that's not. All it should have done it now. If we go to the front end, now we can go that. Ooh, and it's add time. All right. From the discussion I've just looked at, it was proposal for the main desktop, which I don't use. All right. Yeah, so on my main desktop, which is this one, which I'm using right now, which is what I game on, which is what I also do a lot of NearBeach on, which is hopefully I will spin up. Well, we all know I do Docker and Podman now on it. Hopefully Nomad back again soon, and hopefully soon after that Kubernetes. So yeah, you also hate macOS from the little overviews. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm kind of forced into using it for work. So yeah, I've gotten quite used to its differences. So yeah, and I have to use Windows also, but Windows is in a VM. So I have a very funny setup. One day I'll be able to use this PC for everything. It'll be great. What are you doing, Socks? I don't know if you guys can actually hear Socks. So Socks is right over there. Oh, yeah. See the treat bag right there? That noise? That's Socks. What do you want, Socks? And welcome back, everyone. We're just watching Socks do her thing. Oh yeah, and don't forget to drop. Remember, you can add in an emoji at the end of it. You have to use it for iOS dev. Fair enough. Yep. That's the only accepted place to run Windows. Yeah, I just use all the operating systems for work. All right, Judgmental Lily is coming down to judge. All right, let's make sure this now loads in. Perfect. All right, what we need though is we need a break. So up here we'll go BR. Just to add in a little break into that. There we go. And we've got the associated objects. We're gonna have to highlight that one first. I have a boot of Windows for games. Fair enough. I can't get a boot of Windows for games because for some strange reason I get drivers not found whenever I try and install Windows on this machine. I'm like, you know what? It's been... When did I get this machine? I think August or September last year. I've had this machine for a while now. And let's just say... I've got 2310 installed, or just wait. We can figure this out. System. No, we need about. What Ubuntu version do I have? 2304. So yeah, definitely before October. So I've had this machine for quite some time now and have not been able to install Windows on it, nor have I needed to install Windows on it yet. I'm probably going to need to make myself a Windows VM for next year for C# with Windows Forms. Now, I use C# all the time for work. I've been able to use it on Mac. You'll be able to use it on Linux. It's the old... .NET stuff that you got to be worried about. So yeah, for our Embraco builds, for example, Embraco 8 and Embraco, it's Embraco 8 builds. Yeah, I've got to use the VM for. But anything in the newer Embracos, for example, .NET 6 and onwards, has been perfectly fine. Oh, the Windows Forms. Oh, I've not used them before. And I'm using Mac shortcut key. And I just did a weird... Oh, no, that's just a normal $sign. Oh, all right. have not used this before. Okay. Reminds me a little of Qt. You wouldn't recommend it. Ah, all right, fair enough. One day I'll remake a desktop app. It's been ages since I've made desktop apps. It's just, yeah, it's been over 10 years. All right, going into this. We don't want organization information. We want this one, and we actually want something selected. So when we go into this, nothing is selected. But if we were to go into, let's say, list all objects, RFC, you'll notice run sheet is automatically selected. And if we actually highlight over that, you'll notice that it's got a link active and so forth like that. So what I need to do is get Bootstrap. I need to remind myself what I'm using here. Nav tabs. And what I need is active. So nav tabs. So I need active on that. So we need to go into the custom modules. We need class nav tabs. Do we do it? We're doing it under here. Right? No. I'm confusing myself. Nav tabs. Nav tabs. Nav item, and then nav link. All right. And I don't know if that's all I need. No, I need more than that. So if I go into here, yeah, there's the class. And then what I want to do is I need active and show on the panel. All right. For desktop ads, you would go Electron or Tory these days. Oh, fair enough. I wouldn't mind going back to Qt. The good old Qt framework. That's if it's still free and open source. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to this and really playing around with it. Yeah, because I highly enjoyed it when I was using it. I thought it was like the bee's knees. And then realized you can do some really good UI stuff with it. So yeah. Alright, getting back into this. There we go. That's what we need. Associated objects. The following are current open objects associated with the... Now, this is what we need to change. So, associated objects. So, we've got associated objects. Now, the one problem is, this is saying it's an organization. This should be a customer. So, I'm just going to double check everything in here. So I want to go to, oh, this is one of those, the Vuex bug. There we go. We want destinations, unknown. All right, cool. And location ID, we don't know either. So we're going to update that very, very quickly. So that needs to be done on the customer information side of things. If I have to make a desktop, it would be Swift UI. Fair enough. I haven't used Swift yet either. All right, going into here, we've got all of our stuff. We need, so that's mounting up that. This $store.commit. There's another one which we want to commit to. It's type, and then it's update destination, and then it'll be destination is going to be customer, and location ID is going to be this dot customer results 0.pk. And we just waited a little. This holiday, I'm going to finish the iOS F. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just... Also, that's another thing. I never developed for mobile either. And that was one thing which I was thinking of doing with NearBeach, to sort of develop a native app and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I kind of rejected it because it's going to take a lot of time out of what I'm currently doing. Whereas I can easily make the web application itself work on a mobile phone, work on a tablet. So yeah. Yeah, Swift UI isn't. PWA. Yeah. Yeah. So one day we'll head more towards this. So yeah. Swift UI only works with Apple products, yeah. All right, I'm going to hit refresh. So, customer destination. Let's go into our network. We are getting forbidden. All right. Now, object data unknown. Yeah. All right. This isn't waiting long enough. This is probably why. Yeah, this is probably. Okay, give me a couple of seconds whilst I think this out. And don't forget to drop. And I'm going to do Frankie, one of the smartest cats I ever had. Okay, and under associated objects, I'm going to have a quick look at the props. So we are passing through destination location and the root URL. But it looks like we're having a race issue with this next tick again. All right. I think we all landed in a cluster there. All right. I'm also going to do a little play with Java or C# to refresh myself with, so I'm ready for next year's uni classes. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. If you want to have a look at Umbraco if you wanted to play around with a CMS built in C#, because that's what I use. And it's something that you can extend very well. All right. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Umbraco. You've been meaning to learn GraphQL? Yeah, me too. It's just, yeah. There's just so much to learn, and I'm, yeah, still pushing NearBeach. I've actually got to sit down and start studying the Azure DevOps. So, yeah, I've got access to some of the learning materials and so forth like that. So I just got to find time to sit down and study it. All right, so we have a problem with this. Now, I could do something complicated. I could be like, hey, if the thing isn't in there, wait an extra 200 milliseconds or something like that. So, yeah. For web, uni likes PHP, but the course projects, you can do whatever. I think, oh, fair enough. Yeah, if you're using WordPress, PHP, you know, if you needed to do a CMS. Laravel. Is also another great one. And I'm going to drop, and this time I am going to do Eve. Now, this is such an old photo. That's actually done on film. So I'll probably end up doing full stack TypeScript if I can. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I'm just going to refresh this year. Customer 1. Oh, all right. So this time it worked. I'm going to refresh. Oops, sorry. Going to refresh again. Going to refresh. There we go. Yeah. Race conditions. Ah. All right. The only way around this is set timeout. I don't like doing this at all, but sometimes you just don't have any choice. It's annoying. Okay, I'm just doing a couple of refreshes, making sure we don't hit that race condition again. I think 200 milliseconds is long enough. We could do it at a lot shorter. We could do it at 100 milliseconds, and that'll be fine. Can you not do a condition to check on next tick? I could potentially do that. Yeah, so what I could do is I could look, it would have to be in here. And be like, if that doesn't do it, then next tick. Yeah, I could easily do that in here. No, we've done this before. We have actually done this before, and it ended up locking up the system. Because it just kept checking, and it never progressed to the next tick. Or something like that. I do remember us doing this. Not loaded, next tick, or render, next tick. Yeah, because what we could do is this dollars next tick in here, and we just call the same function, like so. But I have a feeling we did that before, and it ended up just locking up the system. Try above. All right, let's. So what we got to do if this dot destination equals 0, destination has not been set, wait for next tick. This dollars next tick, and then all we're doing is we're just calling this function. Like so. And after that, we're just returning because we don't need to run this multiple times. All is good, get the data. Because when it gets the data, it'll come back here. We just got to return. Sorry, you meant above the stack where it originally called? Like down here? I think this should potentially work. Okay. It's still doing it. Unknown. Oh, wait. That's on me. Got to use location ID instead of destination. Yeah, it did this. It locked it up. Yeah. And instead of doing next tick here, what we would do is set timeout for 100 milliseconds, and then this dot get associated object results. Now that would be the hell's happening then? All right, my Vim, I'm pressing D. All right, my Vim keyboard thingies just stopped doing their thing. All right, that should potentially do it. And hey, Kamel, how are you? I'm going good. I am just fixing a what is called a race condition. And I think that would do it. Because, yeah, the timeout would keep going until it finally had data in there. Oh, I'm in the wrong area. Just wait, I want customer information. Oh, I had to close the thing. Alright, yep, don't worry. There we go. No more, hopefully, no more race conditions. Alright. I am going to say that is good. Oh, you like my stream and channel? Ah, cheers. Thank you very much. Well, welcome. So, yeah, we're just building NearBeach, a project management system. You can build your own Kanban boards, gather user requirements, start projects or tasks, and when you're ready to deploy, you've got requests for changes. So, yeah, at the moment, we're just fixing a race condition, which we just found on this particular thing, where essentially we weren't getting the destination or the location ID in time before a query to the backend was sent. Now that we fixed that, we can handle the 403, which is just saying permission denied. So if we go to associated objects on the backend, I think it's the check user generic permission. So if we go to that implementation and we scroll down here, so we're getting the destinations, we're not actually, there's the organization one. We need to, oh, something's really wrong with my keyboard at the moment. That's probably it. All right. Destination equals customer. We want to do passes user level equals customer permissions, and then we pass through those arguments. Now we need to actually key this into here. Oi. Oh, actually undo that. Undo. We don't have customer permissions, do we? Could you do a while loop? Oh, we fixed that. We fixed that nocturnal. Yeah, no, I essentially, technically a loop in a sense that it'll just keep looping until it finally connects. All right, so we don't have customer permission. So if we go up here, look at our decorators, check our user permission, looks at our partials. We don't actually have one for customer permissions. So that will be based off the organization permission. So I'm just going to copy that and I'm going to paste that in. And I'm actually going to go cancel because it got stuck on the new one thing then. So we're going to add this in. We're going to change all of this. So models, user group, yep. We want this to be customer permissions, user group, filters, username, and so forth like that. I have an ad about to start. I'm going to snooze that ad for 5 minutes because I won't be on this much longer because it's just hit 10 o'clock here and I've got to go because essentially I've got to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So user level results, aggregated, permission set, organization, that will actually change to customer. Customer max. And I am having second guesses at that right now. So I'm going to have a look at permission set. I don't think Oh, we do have one for customers. All right, cool. So yeah, we do want to actually pass through customers. So what we want to do down here, customer permissions, if we scroll up to the top and we actually search for this, we're going to go from .partials.customer permission, import customer permissions. Then down here, we're going to undo this particular one. We're going to go customer permissions and we're going to do that. And then we've got customer permissions in here. And yeah, we're kind of happy with that now. So what we want to do is we want to go into here. We want to go into customer permission now. We're just going to hit reload. Now we've got data. Now we've got nothing that's connected to this particular object. So what we're going to do is we're going to list all objects. We've got socks fluffy butt here. So we want to actually assign her. Let's assign her this particular one. So we're going to go add custom. We're going to go socks fluffy. And then what we want to do is we want to hit reload. And there we go. We've got our associated object there. And that's pretty much it for this task. If we go into tasks, we go into customers, add in, let's go socks fluffy in here. Hit reload, there we go, done. And when we close them, those particular tasks will disappear. All right, so this is Kanban card 307. So let's go into here. Let's actually, first things first, let's kill this. Let's go over into here. Let's go remove NearBeach static, then git checkout NearBeach static. One day I'll deal with the static files and have that properly scripted and all that kind of stuff. So git status, so git add. We added the decorators. We edited the templates. We edited the app and components. So, yep, we're all happy there. New feature card. What do we have? 308 was it? 307. One off error. And what I want to actually do is I kind of want to copy the details. Customers have a section that notifies the user which currently open object is connected to. All right, cool. And git push. And then what I want to do is I'm going to bring this over. I am going to be like, all right, cool. This is ready for reviewing QA, and I'm going to save and close. There we go. So yes, that is done. All right, this is awesome news. I'm going to finish off right there. There's no need for me to keep going. What we could do is we could raid someone. All right, show more. Ooh, all right, we haven't raid Timbo Doe in a while. More C, Cheap Ladies Trash. Ooh. We raided Togglebit recently. I'm gonna go Timbo Doe. All right. Anyway, let's get